Hello, Cancer. Welcome back to your reading for July 2026. These will be messages for July, random messages. We'll see what comes through. Take it if it resonates, toss it if it doesn't. If it doesn't resonate, you can always check your moon or rising sign. All right, so first card we have is the dog, loyalty, sincerity, unconditional love. Okay, so let's get a few more messages. I'm feeling right away like there's somebody in your life around you that's very loyal to you in the month of July. Well, they're loyal in general, but let's go into some more cards to see what else Spirit wants to say. So this might be somebody that maybe is older than you. Okay, this could be somebody that gives you advice from time to time. It says they're gracefully aging, so, they might have kind of a youthful spirit, or they might not seem their age, something like that, or they look really good for their age. Yeah, this person might be very health conscious, okay? Very health conscious. So this person might have a lot of power or influence in your life, okay? They are very compassionate towards you, and I feel that they might be giving you some advice on something, some kind of new beginning in your life. This person might even have children, adult children. Yeah, I feel they have maybe children or children of their own. So they might be, have that responsibility to take care of kids or children. So what I'm actually picking up is this is a love relationship. Okay, there's a spiritual partnership here. So what I feel actually like what might be happening is there might be a new partnership coming in the month of July for you, Cancer. There's some fear though here. Somebody has fear with regards to their finances. This could be you or this person. Okay, so maybe somebody's fearful that they don't have enough money. They don't have enough to offer the other person. We have fear, finances, and abundance. Okay. Okay, so what I'm getting here is somebody is accepting help from the other person. Okay, where maybe they shut the other person down because this other person is very independent. Okay, very, they're able to do things on their own. They have, healthy boundaries, and so I feel like the other person's just trying to help. Okay. Okay, so you guys are figuring out some kind of creative solution to work together. There's communication taking place. Yeah, so there's this back and forth, of discussing things and, explaining your points of view and trying to understand each other and understand how to better navigate the situation, learning from each other. Okay, so somebody might actually be getting a job here. There might be a change in the financial aspect of this relationship where somebody is actually, going out there and finding work, or they're helping more with finances or delegating more. It could just be that, someone isn't pulling their weight here. So there's a partner here that doesn't want all the burden of financial responsibility to lay on the other partner's shoulder. They're finally, stepping up their game here. They're wanting to make some change to help the relationship. Yeah, so there's these family changes that are happening, these family changes that are taking place through communication. Be discussing, family changes that need to take place. Yeah, these could even involve certain projects that you two want to work on in order to bring in more financial abundance. So again, someone might have to get out of their comfort zone. All right, I think we're going into a new message now, Cancer. So somebody is a newbie at something. There's a new hobby that you have undertaken, okay? And you're going to be undertaking in the month of July. you might not know much about this thing, this new thing that you're doing, okay? So it says here, innocence, beginner, ignorance, new skill without practice, unstable curiosity. So yeah, like this card says, you're a novice at whatever this hobby is. But I see, okay, we have the perseverance card. So persevering, even though you don't know much about how to get started, or you're in the early phases of things, but you're still persevering because this is something you want to do, something you're passionate about, and it can bring you a lot of personal growth. It could be just too that your hobby is to grow spiritually, to grow, um, do some self-help, okay, to help you to grow. Okay, now we have a new message coming in. So, some of you might be undertaking a new hobby in the month of July, where you are very much a beginner at this. You don't know much about it. You don't have much practice or experience in this thing. But I see you persevering because it's something that you want to do, something that you have an interest in or a passion for. And something that you want to get better at, okay? Now, if that's not the case, then what I see is some of you guys are working on personal growth. So you're working on personal growth. You're trying to work on like self-help type of thing to better yourself. And you have the drive and the willpower in order to do it. You're trying to get better and better. You're persevering at this. So it could just be a hobby on the side that you have, is to learn about personal growth. Maybe you're into watching podcasts or videos on how to improve your life, or something like that. Maybe you're into learning something new in order to grow and to improve. So you could be doing some of that here in the month of July. Okay, for some of you other Cancers here in the month of July, you're going to be maybe having thoughts or wondering, am I going to find somebody that loves me back, that's able to put in the work that I put in, okay? Someone that's able to give the same reciprocation back to me. So you're not sure, you're kind of like, it's like this mystery, like, am I going to find that person? Or is it going to, the next person I find, are they not going to put in the effort or the work? And is it going to end? Okay. Are they going to quit on me? Are they going to throw the towel in? So I see some of you singles here wanting a reciprocal relationship, wanting someone to give you just as much as you give to them, okay? Because this may have been something that you have had a hard time finding in the past, and you're just, unsure if you're going to find that. You might be trying to make a decision even about a partnership, okay? Whether you should take some kind of a risk, but your pride is standing in your way in the month of July. July. Okay, I'm seeing maybe something to do with a religious background or a spiritual background. There's some kind of completion taking place, or some kind of something you're completing, okay? Could be a spiritual lesson too that's taking place. And through this spiritual lesson, there could have been some realizations and epiphanies, okay? Some things that really are starting to click for you, some things that are really starting to make sense. And I see that in the month of July, your intuition is going to be, bang on. You're going to feel very connected of what your next steps are going to be for you in the month of July. You're going to have a good sense of what you want, okay? What you want going forward or for the future, what you want for yourself, what you want to take place, what your next steps forward will be. There's a deeper connection to God and yourself here.